within our own national jurisdiction, but beyond, in the context of SADC and the AU, to help us help ourselves so that we don't have another disputed election. If ZEC does not amend its ways, it has to be disbanded. And that is the call we are going to make as citizens, because they have failed, they have not done what is supposed to be done. You can see the quality of the pictures, the photographs that are being used for the candidates. It's shocking. It's almost like antiquated in the 60s and in the 30s, where you have modern technology. They've obviously given blurred pictures so that they distort the images of our candidates and also the images of our brand. And that is a serious issue. Thank you.
That there is a leader of the opposition, Triple C, Nelson Chamisa. Vachamisa ntunga vanga vachiti havasi kufara nemabatirwo ari kuitwa sarudzo neZimbabwe Electoral Commission, vachiti ivo aiwa musarudzo dzinotevera vari kutungamira ZEC iko zvino vanofanira kunge vabviswa, ndokuti munyika musaite sarudzo dzine mutauro ntunga.
Uthe njalo inke esetshenziswayo which should be indelible uthi ayiyaphuma nje kalula nje. Ubaba Chamisa ke lapho we-Triple C khuluma ngensolo yakhe phezu kwendlela iZEC eqhuba ngayo umsebenzi. Now, Blessing, we also have a video from a ZANU-PF parliamentary candidate for Highfield East. Let's watch.
No, I'm happy with the sarudzo dziri kufamba zvakanaka semakambinira taita taikambina murunyararo tisingakurudziri mhirizhonga sema-leaders tinosungirwa kunge tichikurudzira runyararo. Ukaona leader anokurudzira mhirizhonga woziva kuti hasi leader wevanhu. So kunoko kune runyararo, sarudzo dziri kufamba zvakanaka pasina mhirizhonga ende vanhu vari kubuda zvakanaka.
Imavhatira kupi uye chichi chamuri kutarisira mangwana tichipemberera here?
Obviously tiri kufara. Obviously tiri kufara because vanhu vane chivimbo nemusangano weZANU-PF. Vanhu vava nevision imwe chete napresident wedu vava neconfidence napresident Idi Mnangagwa.
Lelo ke lilunga leZANU-PF elincintisa kukhetho lwamalunga eParliament eHighfield East. Igama lakhe ansalibambanga ke lapho, kodwa silenye njalo ivideo yelunga leZANU-PF
anonziva Norbert Chikumbo ZANU-PF.
nguye oncintisa ke eHighfield East. Then silenye video njalo eZANU-PF, umkhokheli weZANU-PF kuhlangothi lwabatsha koBulawayo ekhuluma lentatheli izindaba yethu koBulawayo lamhlanje. Asilaleleni sibukele.
Especially ama polling centers asekucineni kweNkulumane constituency. Yes, into esike sayinanzelela. So asikwazi kule bantu abacabangela ukuthi abantu laba ngabe bethathwa from all the way from uNgozi mine kumbe eMguza bezovota ngapha, ayisiba ahlali beNkulumane.
Lithini ngakho?
Khonokho vele into embi kakhulu ibuqili bakhona ngawo. That's what we call rigging. I-rigging. Abantu babehlala bekhala ZANU-PF iyariga. ZANU-PF does not rig. I-rigging le yi-rigging elobunono baphezulu sibili. Abantu bathatha kwezinye indawo bezovotela esigabeni abangahlali kuzo. So lokho asizwanani lapho, and we want those things be investigated. Abantu bona lama addresses wona lawo alabantu abaningi abaregister ngama address akhona ku-investigate ukhangelisa ukuthi abantu bona abahlala endaweni zona lezo yini. Nxa bengahlala endaweni zona sokudingakala kahle ukuthi kade baregister njani ngamanamba wona lawo. Kumele kucubungulwe kubona ukuthi kuya-investigate.
Ukhetho lusephela likhangeleleni.
Thina singena njengeZANU-PF yakwazi, thina nxa singena emjahweni yakwazi ebhoreni kule win leluzi le draw, but ku-election akula draw. Thina singena ku-election sitarget win. So in this election we've got only one option, it's either we win or we win.
Ngimele umsakazo westudio 7 ngisenkulumane constituency ngingu-Anastasia Ndlovu.
Lo ke ngosakhulayo kuZANU-PF koBulawayo uFreedom Murechu ekhuluma ke lentatheli izindaba yethu ekhala ngokuthi labo kukhona abakusolayo bathi bekulabantu abaningi abavotileyo namhlanje koBulawayo bekhanya bevela endaweni eyi1 bevela Ndlunye, so uthi hayi bayakusola lokho kumele kuhluzisiswe kubonakala ukuthi ngempela abantu labo bahlala khonapho yini. Blessing azinemtere
tine mutereri makadi uye ndiani watinaye parunare?
Hello.
Mtereri ndeipi yenyu uye murufona muri upi?
Ndikufona ndiri ku South Africa. Ndoda kutaura panyaya yesarudza because ndiri kuona kuti last 2018 civil servants aiva ndiwo anyaya yekuparticipate mukuvhotesa vanhu akasakara sematicha. Vanhu vavo havana kuvhota kwavaindoshandira kati kwavaindovhotesa vanhu makanga musiri munzvimbo dzavakanga vakaregistera kuvhota. Ende ndiri kuona sekuti zvaitika futi paby election iyeyi. Saka point yangu iri kutiyo CC inofanira kutaimira pandopinda para 2023 kuti kana koitawo maelections civil servants ose akaita sematicha nemapurisa anenge achiita zvema-elections vanofanira kutanga vabvumidzwa kuvhota kunzvimbo dzavanenge vari kana dzavanenge vachitovhotesera idzodzo ngavavhote because mavhotsi wavo akawanda zvingaiti zvokuti anosvika kuma40,000 or something more akaruza kupati ende vanozikamwa kuti vanovhotera bato rinenge chipiki. Saka ndinasa kuti itriki yeZANU-PF nezeki yekuti vasavhota. Saka ndiri kuti CC inofanira kupangwarira ipapo next time mazvita.
Tinotenda Blessing. I know you are having challenges hearing guests and listeners. That's a technical problem we're having here. But anzi nemtereri vanaison gwatso anza Triple C vanofanirwa kuzeya nyaya dzesarudzo idzi because hazizi kufambiswa mushe, hazizi kufambiswa zvakanaka zvachose asi hazina kuvhota idzi hanzi ndikufana ndikuSouth Africa.
Okay, aiwa tinotenda nekupinda muchirongwa chedu. For those of you who are just joining us, good evening, and this is Studio 7 Live Talk. And today on Live Talk, this is a special show. We are talking about today's by-elections. And of course, earlier on, we talked to the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission spokesperson, Jasper Mangwana, who said counting of votes is started at some polling stations, but unfortunately, there were delays because of the rains and other logistical challenges here and there. So at those polling stations where there were challenges, they are going to extend so that people can vote. But for most of the polling stations, voting has actually, counting has actually started, and we expect results to trickle in this evening, Ntunga Milinkomo. And we also want to thank those who are following us on Facebook. We have Jacqueline Wayne, thank you so much. Dingani Gubu, thank you so much. Nometa Kabunga Idze, thank you so much. Vitalis Mananga, Makanaka Ishengara, Gregory Shumbambiri, Bataku Hunji, Oliver Matongo, Alfreda Tembo, John Kunaka is saying, would the elections have been stopped if CC had boycotted, if I may ask? So you wanted CC to give all the seats by boycotting? Interesting. Shubai Mangwende is also watching. Isa Siwuchi, Patience Beatrice Muskwe, thank you so much. Fungai Masunda, Fungai Taruba, Florence Muhabe, Tafadzwa Makore, thank you so much. Ntunga Mili, who do you have there?
Silo mlaleli ecingweni lapha Blessing. Mlaleli kunjani?
Yebo ngiyaphila futhi njani?
Hayi siyaphila. Igama uthe ungibani kanje?
Igaba uBongani Mbuli.
Ubongani Mbuli. Uzixhuma ngaphi Bongani?
Ngixhuma ngela eSouth Africa.
Awuvotanga bakithi.
Yebo haya ngivotanga kube nzima ngokuvota futhi ngoba ngikude kakhulu.
Yebo bakithi phose lakho ke.
Okay, hayi mina ngithi abavotile siyababongela beqhubeke ngokuvota khona sizokwazi ukulungisa nathi ilizwe lethu siyintsha nje sisebancane nje abaphakami beyovota ngisho bengabe mhlawumbe ejaradini ukuvota abantu abawu-5 ukuvota abantu abawu-10 bavotela ilungu elilodwa kuyafana ngoba phela kufana nasebholweni ethimini uma ukuthi mhlawumbe niyavota nikhetha nje ithimu eniyithandayo ningumndeni ngibona kuyafana nje asikho isidingo sokuthi ngithi ngoba bavote ijaradi eliyi-1 bewu-10 kunomshikashika kunamshikashika kuya ukuthi bona basapota iphi ithimu.
Siyazi kulo khetho lwezwe lonke olukhulu olubuyayo ngomnyaka ozayo. Ungabe wabhalisa yini ukuthi wenelisa ukuvota kulolo khetho?
Angingabhalisi futhi bengicabanga ukuthi kodwa ngoJuni nje ngiyeza nje nami mhlawumbe ngizobhalisa uma ukuthi kusabhaliseka.
Hayi siyabonga Mbuli ube lo suku oluhle.
Hayi ngiyabonga kubonga mina futhi.
Siyabonga Mbuli bongani Mbuli umtereri blessing bathi bari ku South Africa. Yanzi hayiwa tinotenda abo ba gona kuvota nasi asindababvunza kuti koimimi pane sarudzo dzenyika yese dzichaitwa gore rinouya makanyoresa here kuti munge muchiwanikwa muvhota muchigona kuvotawo pasarudzo idzo hanzi haiwa handisati ndanyoresa hangu.
Aiwa tinotenda kunavo vachangotibata makateerera kuchirongwa chenyu chelive talk. Muchirongwa chanhasi tiri kutaura nyaya dzesarudzo dzemaby-elections. Zimbabwe Electoral Commission iri kuti iyo kuverengwa kwemavhoti munzvimbo dzakawanda kwatotanga, nekudaro chero nguva tinenge takunzwa kuti zvinhu zvakamira sei kuma-polling stations akasiyana-siyana. Asi pano nepapo kumwe kuri kunzi kwanaya mvura, kumwe kwangu ine zvimingaidzo zvishoma, asi nzvimbo shoma idzi kuri kunziko ma-polling stations achati vhurwei kwenguva yakati rebei kuti vanhu vese vakwanise kuvhota. Of course, these elections are very important. Ntungamili, we have seen the formation of the CCC after, of course, fights in the opposition. So they obviously want to test their strength. That is Mr. Nelson Chamisa and also Mr. Douglas Monzora, the leader of one of the factions of the MDCT, who is leading the MDC alliance in these by-elections. Of course, Madame Thokozani Kupe is not contesting this election, though she is, of course, leading another faction of the MDCT. She is backing Mr. Chamisa in these elections. And also for ZANU-PF, most of these seats were or are in the strongholds of the opposition party. So ahead of the 2023 elections, ZANU-PF also wants to test its strength. So they are crucial elections, Ntungamili.
Yebo, Blessing. In other words, these by-elections are a barometer sisiya ku 2023. Amabandla ezombusazwe afuna ukubona ukuthi amingaphi kanye la kuZulu kuzakhanya-ke khonapho ukuthi kati inkunzi ngubani, ngoba especially kuma-opposition lapha kubo Chamisa, kubo Monzora, Mkomadagi as his people call him, omunye uthi yimi. So kuzakhanya-ke kulolu khetho ukuthi umkhokheli we-opposition oqotho onguye olabantu abanenge nguChamisa kumbe ngubaba uMonzora. La ubaba uMonzora uChamisa labe ZANU-PF bazalusebenzisa ke lolu khetho ukuthi babone ukuthi kuyiwa-ke kukhetho lwezwe lonke next year babe bemingaphi bona. We must also say ukuthi sizama ukukhuluma labantu be-ZANU-PF kodwa sesizamile abathile lapha inombolo zabo azingeni. Angazi ukuthi mhlawumbe njengoba sokubalwa amavoti, since ballot counting is on Mr. Zulu, like ubaba uSikhala, maybe labo baphatheke kunhlelo zokubala amavoti. I'm following the timeline Twitter eka Nick Mangwana lapha. Secretary we information kuhulumende uthi yena ukhuluma ngesihlakalo lapha esenzakale Sunningdale. Sunningdale iri kuharare ndini. Yeah, sakanzi in Sunningdale 2, some guy was apprehended by polling officers and handed over to police after he emerged from a voting booth with his ballot paper and took a picture which he sent off to someone else. He's being charged with contravening Section 30 of the Electoral Regulations Act of 2005. Saka, this guy is a voter. Then it's abuda ne ballot papers zatora ma picture zatumira sama, which means it's a spoiled ballot, and it asazi ukuthi ubekwenzelani ke lo mdlisa lapha ngokukhuluma ukababa Mangwana lapha uthi ukhona obotshiweyo eHarare eSunningdale 2 ngemva kokubana evotile laphana wasephuma ke le ballot paper wathatha ipicture wathumezela abangane bakhe. Asazi ukuthi bekwenzelane kumbe bekuyikumbuluza bekuyibufakazi bokuthi hayi semvotile njalo mvotele ibandla thize asazi. Blessing.
Hongo inyaya yataurwa navamangwana patataura navo mutunga kuti zeki iri kuita dambudziko nevanhu vari kuti vakavhota votora mapicture votumira kumadandemutande akasiyana-siyana kuti vavhotera papi. Zvavari kuti ivo hazvibvumidzwe pamutemo, nekudaro vanhu vanofanira kuziva kuti zvinhu zvisingatarisirwe ukadaro unozvikanda mukanwa mamupere. Nekudaro unofanira kungovhota oendesa ballot paper rako mubox pasina kutora mapicture. Of course, we are still waiting for the results. They will be trickling in as counting has already started in some areas. But of course, like the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission said, there were some logistical problems in some areas. And from the ZEC timeline on, of course, on Twitter, they said earlier on voting was going on smoothly at Misha Primary School in Highfields with 4 polling stations. And they also talked about polling stations at Chaminuka in Chitungwiza. They were saying things were going on smoothly there. Mutondo Crossroad tent polling, that is Chivi South in Mashingo, and parts of Bulawayo Metropolitan and Mash East provinces are experiencing some rains today. That was another concern that Zeki is saying that they will be forced to extend the voting hours because of the weather. And of course, there were some of the rainy areas with polling in Ward 9 of Mpopoma, Bulawayo, all set at the Constituents Command Center in Cholocho South. That's from ZEC and Tungamili Nkomo. They are saying that so far they've not received complaints from political parties. But of course, they are saying that that is at the national level. They are saying concerns might be or might have been raised with presiding officers in different constituencies. Tungamili. Yeah,
but Blessing. And I wonder why people do what this guy was doing, you know, voting, then walking out with their ballot papers.
I think it also it's a question of voter education. I think ZEC must continually educate people that
even political parties
yes,
too.
And political parties, because you know this is now a spoiled paper. You're not supposed to be doing that. Yeah, unenge wakanganisa.
Asazi lapho ukuthi yikuswelakala kolwazi kumbe ilokho esingathi euphoria ngesingisi ukuthi umuntu uyabesele edlabuzane kakhulu sethabe kakhulu esezama utshengisa umuntu wonke ukuthi uvotile njalo uvotele bani, kodwa ungavele wenze njalo uvote suphuma le ballot paper suthatha amapikitsha usebotshiwe omunye ngokutsho uka Nick Mangwana kanti njalo lelo ballot liyabe lingasabalwa ongangokuthi usuphoxe ibandla lakho lapho kumbe i-candidate yakho kungaba yi-independent, kungaba ngowezanu, kungaba ngowe-MDCT, kumbe kube ngowe triple C uyabe usubulele ibandla ke lapho. We have 10 minutes remaining on the clock, but we continue trying to reach ZANU-PF officials ukuba nasiza ukuthi kolwabo uhlangothi ukhetho luhambe njani. I've been following their Twitter timeline lapha blessing abe ZANU-PF official. Apparently they are not saying much on Twitter today. I'm sure they are busy kuma polling stations. Kodwa kube kuhle nje ukuthi ngelanga elinje ama communication departments abonakale gijigijima esazisa abasekela ukuthi hayi ngapha kuhamba so ngapha kuhamba so. Ayisikho ke okwenzakalayo ku timeline yeZANU-PF lamhlanje, kodwa siza qhubeka sizama ukubona ukuthi siyababamba yini abe ZANU-PF. Okwamanje sile ngcwethi lapha icubungula izombusazwe njalo isiphathamandla seBulawayo Progressive Residents Association ubaba uAmbrose Sibindi othi ubhode ngama polling stations koBulawayo. Siyakwamukela uhlelo baba uSibindi.
Ngiyabonga ukwemukela lami ngibingelela abalaleli ngithi salibonana.
Yes, siyabonga. Ungasitshela ukuthi koBulawayo luhambe njani ukhetho?
Well, ukhetho koBulawayo engakuthi ukuthi kuthula bekukhona asikezwa yasithola ngimbiko obudlongodlongo lapho kuhambeni kwami ngibhodabhoda ngizaye ngibona abantu akade kungathi kulomsindo. Kodwa engunanzelele ukuthi indawo eziningi ubufika nje uthole kungelabantu, uthole nje ama-polling agents bezodwa khona phana kumbe kungena abantu 1 or 2. Kungunanzelele indawo eziningi ukuthi abantu abakhade bevota kade bebalithwana kakhulu. Besingakhalanga besikanti abantu abaningi asikatholi ama-figures agcweleyo, kodwa ngokubona kwami ngibona ngathi hayi inamba bezingathabisi kakhulu ngoba sibile abantu bebelesikhathi esiningi bezihlale bengenzi lutho. Kutshengisa ukuthi vele i-trend leyane ukuthi sofa abantu bafundiswe ngoba kukhanya ngathi ama-by-election isikhathi esiningi abantu abaningi abathakazelela bahambe siyavota. Yikho engunanzeleleyo ukuthi hatshi inamba ngabona zizaba phansi kuloku buhlungu.
And that's despite all the voter education you guys have been doing as civil society organizations.
Very true. As a civil organization, we went around for the past 2 or so months. We've been talking to the residents and talking to voters about the importance of registering to vote. And also, when this by-election came into place, we also went around educating people that it is very important that we must go and participate in these by-elections because it's important that the citizens will make decisions. And they only make a decision by going to vote. And again, we're clear with the voters that if you don't go and vote, you've also voted. Because not going to vote, it means that those who will vote make a decision on your behalf. And if they event that you are not happy with the result, you're part of the result. We normally tell people that. And it's so disappointing that despite all the efforts that were being put by civil society, and they exert themselves to try and encourage people to go and vote, but people started not to. It's a really sad note. But in fact, it gives us more that must come of more strategies to make sure that at least in future we need to try and mobilize people to go and vote because it's very important. You can't, if you don't vote, you'll find that you're also anti-development. That's our position.
Then kunxa sesikhangela ukhetho lwezwelonke ngo-2023 next year lapha ubona kusibalo tshintsho yini? Ubona abantu bephuma ngomdlandla besiyavota ngobunengi kumbe sizabona kusiba yilokho kwenzakale lamhla okukhulumayo kuma by-elections?
Ngokubona kwami ngibona ngathi 2023 la nxa engeke sibili ku-100%. Kodwa ngibona ngathi ama-harmonized elections ajayele kuba abantu bajayele ukuwathakazelela. Kungani abantu bayathakazelela? Abantu bananzela ukuthi xa kule presidential vote nalana abantu abaningi bayikhangele kakhulu. So kusenza ukuthi umuntu esiyavotela upresident laphana abe sevotela lama-MPs ama-councillors. Lapho abantu bahamba ngomdlalo. Kodwa nxa ungakhipha presidential vote ngabantu bevotela kuphela ama-councillors ama-MP njalo kade bebalithwana indawo eziningi uzananzela ukuthi hayi abantu abathakazeleli kangako. Kodwa ngiyakholwa ukuthi nakam 2023 ngibona ngathi bazahamba beyovota ngoba wananzela amarali abesenziwa khathesi especially ngapha i-ruling party ngiyayibona but even ngapha opposition amarali abantu bekugcwala nxa upresident Nchamisa oye-CCC hambe ngene ebantwini kuyatshengisa ukuthi come 2023 abantu bangabaningi abazahamba lezantu beyiqhubeka ngapha ngamarali abantu besebabaningi kutshengisa ukuthi abantu bazahamba lalama ama-political parties amanye la besowabona besamarali la nxa ungenani abaningi kodwa bekutshengisa ukuthi come 2023 ngibona ngathi abantu bazabaningi bazahamba beqhubeka besiya emavotini kulalokho esikubone khathesi.
Hayi siyabonga baba Sibindi. Siyazi okokugcina siyazi ilokuzeni ihlandla lesibili lokubhalisela ukuvota liyavulwa ngithi ngo-April ngenyanga ezayo.
Liyavulwa ngo-April.
Kuyini ongakukhuthaza abantu?
Siyakhuthaza ukuthi abantu abangahamba register kakhulu abantu abatsha siyanazela abantu abatsha ibabaningi bayi-majority ku-population eZimbabwe kodwa siyanazela ukuthi ibabadondayo ukuyavota sinazela ukuthi benjalo bedonda ukuyabhalisa ukuvota yibo futhi abantu aba-affected kakhulu ngoba i-crisis ebakhona elizweni i-unemployment inhlobo zonke zime emahlombe abo so-ke siyabakhuthaza ukuthi hatshi bo abantu abatsha abazame ukuthi basukume ngobuningi babe liqiniso ukuthi umuntu okhona uregister ukuvota njalo siyanazela ukuthi kulezithupha le-blitz ezanikwa abantu behambe bekuyisithupha la la ekhaya isikhathi sathi singo-April kanti abantu bahambe bethatha izithupha siyabaxwayisa ukuthi ungathatha isithupha usuka lapho ngena straight uhambe ngambani uyeregister ukuvota ngoba khona kuqakathekile ngoba abanye abantu badonda ukuregister ukuvota kodwa sekuvota futhi umuntu esehawukele sefuna ukuyavota omunye azayixotsha khona phana ku-polling station ngenxa yokuthi karejistanga so-ke sithi abantu abahlale beredi ukwenzela ukuthi ngazo fanele uyevota uhambe uyevota uqhelekile so siyakhuthaza kakhulu sicela abantu bancenge ukuthi hatshi bo asihambeni kakhulu emathebeleleni sinengozi yokuthi singalahlekelwa ngamanye ama-constituency ngenxa yenumber zethu eziphansi so kulahleka ama-constituency kule ngozi yokuthi silahlelwa le-development ngoba i-constituency development fund leyana enikwa abantu inikwa ezibeze constituency ungalahlekelwa ngama-constituency ngaba ukuthi leyo mali soyisiyithole zibathebeleleni meaning to say won't develop ngoba mayithi sayithole yabe incane so siyakhuthaza abantu ukuthi abahambe bayiregister ukuvota.
Hayi siyabonga baba Sibindi bekuhle ukuba la kuhlelo.
Siyabonga mhlongameli siyabonga abalaleli.
Siyabonga abo bangabari ba Ambrose Sibindi Blessing be Bulawayo Progressive Residents Association anzaiwa saruzo zafamba boazo ku Bulawayo asi panga pane vanhu vashoma vanga vachivhota panga pane vhota apathy uye vari kukurudzira vanhu kuti pachavhurwa chirongwa second phase yekunyoresera kuvhota mugore rinoya vanhu ngavabude neuwandu vanonyoresa and I see we have 3 minutes remaining Blessing but on that story ye-CCC yekuthi John Namburo, a ZANU-PF member, intentionally hit one of our members, Shelton Zangaro, with his car and he died on the spot. Namburo is a well-known thug in Mashonaland Central. Our member was hit after he had cast his vote at Chawona Ward 2 in Mazoe North. We've been trying without success to get somebody from ZANU-PF and also from the police, but we promise kuti mangwana kusasa we will try by all means to make a follow-up on that very serious issue.
No, that's of course it's an allegation that the MDC is making, and we have to verify all facts. But of course, unfortunately, because it was voting day, we had issues trying to reach our candidates. Mr. Komich is just writing to me on WhatsApp. He's saying network is extremely bad. We have been trying to get in touch with him. We also tried to get in touch with Mr. Joseph Chuma of ZANU-PF and also Mr. Gilbert Zikiti of ZANU-PF. I guess some are observing the counting or in some cases there are network challenges, but of course it was our intention to bring all parties on board so that we can discuss. But Ntunga, I think we have come to the end of our program, and we want to thank all those listeners and viewers and everyone who participated and the stakeholders who were on our show. Signing off is yours truly, Blessing Zulu.
And I'm Tungameli Nkomo. Good night, Zimbabwe.